Chabra, 3 days until Purim. 3 days until Purim. We mamish counted down since 105. Now we're here. It's mamish unbelievable. Unbelievable. The yearning, what took place and what's still taking place. Bezrat Hashem, always with the help of Hashem. It's a beautiful thing. We're so close. We're so close, and we're just continuing to prepare. We have Shabbos in 5 days. We have a lot going on. And we have 18 days until Donnie's wedding. Obviously, we're all Jews for that. And I got to tell you guys, last night I was in Beit Shemesh. I was by Rav Eli Stefansky's Siyum, and just being with all of Am Yisrael. It's sort of like when Rabbi Nachman went to Eretz Yisrael for the first time. Just everything was new. Everything was new. And everything in the past, he's like, forget about it. Let me just start new. Let me just start new. I actually have to get the actual Misa. I think it was like he took 4 steps and then totally like changed his Torah, start with stories, or renewed all the Torah that he brought to the world. It's a Gavaldik Misa, and I feel like that's what went on last night. There was over 1,000 people in one room. It was a wedding hall. It was Gavaldik. I mean, Sadiqim, Talmidei Chachamim, all over the place, and literally it was just beautiful to see. Tears everywhere, dancing everywhere. It really felt like Mashiach was coming, and that's what we're going to bring to Purim. Everybody knows by the Heilige Vorker, Rav Vorker. He was once traveling to the town of Kinsk, and someone brought him into a Suda. And everything was set up beautifully, right? Rav Vorker had all the most beautiful plates and foods. Like he was treated like a king. And Rav Vorker asked the host, "Is every guest treated like this? Like the way I'm being treated, is everyone treated like this?" And it was known, and he found out that not everyone was treated like this, and it was really just him, and he was getting the special treatment. So Rav Vorker said to the host that everyone should be treated like a special guest. So that's what we're trying to build on Purim, whether we are creating and we are hosting our own Sudas, and we're going to someone's Suda. Mamish have to make everyone feel like they're the most special person in the world. The covered Shabbos, the covered Purim. Words hot as burning coals to feel up for Pesach Uve Ben Yosef Asara Bracha Bas Yehudis Miriam Doda Bas Chanu Chaved Yonah Bas Basia Shir Bas Basia Signer Uve and money in every neshama of Klal Yisrael B'Shem Kol Yisrael. Loving God, inspire me and open my heart so we can pray to you with all of our heart and soul. Let us pour out our hearts to you like water and constantly vent our innermost feelings and offer you our prayers with perfect sincerity, pleading and supplicating until your love for us will be stirred. Arouse your compassionate heart towards us and send words as burning coals from the supernal heart, as it is written, my heart is hot within me as I ponder with burning fire, I speak with my tongue. Bezrat Hashem, let us always pray with holy fervor and passion, and let all of our words be like coals of fire. And through this, help us draw Torah and teachings from the supernal heart. Bezrat Hashem, B'Shem Kol Yisrael. Halacha L'Maisa, we are talking about Mishloach Mano. I think we're continuing with Mishloach Mano. So everybody knows Halacha L'Maisa, Halacha the covered Purim, the Ramah records 2 additional points, even if a designated recipient accept the Mishloach Manot, the sender still fulfills his obligation, and men should give to men, woman to woman. Some suggest that Mishloach Manot should optimally be given through a shaliach, a messenger. If you have a family, each person in the family needs to give Mishloach Manot and matanot le'avunim, woman included. You can't just send one from the whole family unless you are sending a lot, meaning 2 full portions from each family member. I always, being in Teaneck for Purim a couple of years back, there's one family who has a ton of kids. They would bring pies and pizza to certain families. So I guess that was for the whole family. I guess that's what we're seeing here, right? If you have something like a sushi platter or a pie pizza, if you guys want to give me a pie pizza or a sushi platter, I would totally welcome it. But yeah, the whole family members don't have to give. It could just be part of the whole family. However, we're continuing about the Seudah. Our preparation for the Seudah for Purim, we're all so excited. And we spoke about how we receive this amazing light from the Megillah reading. Bezrat Hashem, in a couple of days, we'll all be sitting there and with a lot of emotions, trying to form klees, trying to be a kli to receive the light of the Megillah reading. It'll be geschmack. And then we take that light into the Seudah. And what do we do with Seudah? Right? We have these feelings, but the whole Indian of the Seudah is to take this light from the Megillah reading and for the feelings to be stirred up. But what do you do with those feelings? You bring them to action. Now, Rav Ishmael points out there's 2 types of actions. There's 2 types of actions. He starts out by saying, Ki regashot ha'adam michalakois lebeis chalakim. Yesh regashot shebalev. Right? So there's 2 parts. There's two feelings. Right? There's 2 feelings, not 2 actions. There's 2 feelings. One is a feeling in the heart. Shemoragashot beofen barur v'chazak bilibo. Aval hein nisharo bali bevad ve'enan mitoragamot l'maisim. So Rav Ishmael is saying a beautiful thing, that these feelings are in the heart, but they're not enabling action. But there's also an additional feeling. The yesh so nusav shel regashot ve'hein regashot maisios. And this feeling is not just a feeling in the heart. It's a feeling in the heart that turns into action. Shemargish techushot shedu chafot oto la'asot ma'asim b'poal. Right, and this feeling is infused in us, and it brings about these feelings that we want to do action and we want to bring it into practice. And how do we know this? Rav Ishmael gives a mashal, but I just thought about this mashal that pretty much connects to Rav Ishmael's. And let's say you're on a basketball team and you feel like you're the leader of the team, or you have some role and you feel like you're a team player, a team leader, one of the leaders. 15 people on the roster, and the end of the bench is not so strong. But you say you love the whole team. You say you would put your life on the line for the team. And if someone asks you, do you love this person? Let's say he's the 14, 15 man on the roster. You're like, obviously I do. Right? And you do. You feel in the heart. It's the feelings are in your heart. You love this player. You love this player. You love DJ Augustine. Mahavdil. The Lakers. Got to bring in the Lakers. Rav Ishmael says that's one type of feeling. The other type of feeling is when when you say, I love DJ Augustine. And I know that people rip on him. And I know when he plays, he doesn't look like the best player. And he may make himself look like a fool and people will humiliate him. But what am I going to do with that feeling of love towards DJ Augustine as one of the leaders of the team? I'm going to go with him and practice with him. I'm going to go with him and rebound his shots. I'm going to rebound 500 of his shots because I care about him and I want to save him. I want to save the end of the bench because they're the strongest of the bench. They're the strongest of the team. They have the most potential. So there's one feeling where we're passive, right? We can say we feel it all we want. But then there's another feeling that's active. That's Maisa. That's Paul, that's action, and that's practice. Amnan harigasho keilu יכולות להיות רק כאשר יש לאדם הכרעה ברורה באופן מוחלט ואמיתית הידיעה כי רק אז האדם יכול ליפול על פה. Right? So these feelings can only be when a person recognizes clearly, like in his knowledge, in his da'as. Right? We all know the Chachma Bina, right? They give birth to the da'as. So right, when we're able to grasp this, when we mamash feel it in our bones, and we're able to bring it into action, right? This only happens when we understand this clearly. Only happens. Kika asher hu margish betuach az rigoshotav yicholim la'apil et ma'asav. Right, and when we feel this confidence, and we feel like we're sure of something, right? Our feelings will be able to bring down the Maisa, will bring down the action. And this is the avoda of the Suda, right? So to bring these actions, right? To bring to bring these feelings into actions. Right? And we have to sweeten and infuse, right, this recognition and this feeling, right, towards Hashem, towards the uniqueness of Hashem. Shekibalnu b'kriyas Megillah, right, the light that we receive towards Kriyas Megillah, the light, the uniqueness of Hashem, the Ein Od Mevado. Ad shenirgish ota kamatziot gemura, until we have this feeling where Hashem is the whole reality, right? There's nothing but Hashem. Right? There's no life without Hashem. Right? If something's void, right, is empty of God, it won't be alive. There won't be anything living within it. Right? So we're going to get to that feeling, Bezrat Hashem, through the Suda. Right? And our strength will bring this action. Shemaftaot et zev nikum the rikud, the lirkod, right? And we'll be able to awaken this dance. We'll mamash be dancing. Lashira or the bachot, right? We'll be singing or we'll be crying. Lichsof or lismoach, or we'll smile and rejoice. Chavra, Bezrat Hashem, through the Suda, we won't just have a feeling of passiveness, but we'll have a feeling of activeness. And we could bring it to action, right, through understanding that the world, that the Messias is all Hashem. And we'll be able to see the beauty in every single Jew. We'll be able to make everyone feel like they're the most special guest in the world, and they're all like the Heilige Rav Vorker, right? And we'll be able to be simcha, and we'll be able to dance, right? It won't just be a feeling inside, but we'll externally feel it, and we'll live it. Bezrat Hashem. I guess it wasn't so clear. 3 days until Purim. We're just trying out here. We're just trying to work through these Torahs. They're not easy, and it takes a lot of chazara and a lot of work to really understand them to its fullest. I mean, Rav Itchemeyer is. We're just we're not even at the surface. We're not even at the surface. Not even close. Bezrat Hashem, Chabra. keep going, keep striving, keep prepping for Purim and Shabbos, and the Mashiach will come soon. B'ezrat Hashem. B'karov.